Hey guys, we'll be starting in just a minute or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
What if I don't want to be here? What if I just want to take a nap?
I mean, AR did that. You showed up. In a snowstorm, no less.
I am just like the fucking mail.
Let's see. Once they confirm they can hear both of us, then we will get started, along with the nonsense that has come up in the lead up to this episode.
So much. Probably more than I am actually aware of.
Yes, yeah, there's stuff I haven't mentioned, which makes it funnier.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's see, we'll give them a minute or so here. Get a drink of water. Okay,
Loading up. No.
okay, they can hear both of us. You ready?
Yep.
Welcome to the With the podcast. We're here to entertain and inform a bit while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark. I run With the Will and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevQ, and against all odds, I am still here.
I think when someone asked who we thought would leave first, I think you and me both went, we're probably never leaving.
Yeah, I have nothing else to do.
Uh, so first episode with AR, let's first go over everything that has gone horribly wrong. So the first one, Dev knows, Lost is without internet right now, and since he takes my notes and puts them together into the show notes and the title cards, I had to rush a note sheet together so me and Dev didn't have to manually open links. And there are no title cards this week. Lost made them all. He just had no way to get them out.
Lost them.
I made one title card for something that wouldn't make sense without people seeing it. But otherwise, you just get to hear us this time.
Which is exactly my experience, because I never actually visually watch the podcast, so I
Well,
never see any of the title cards.
and the people on the audio podcast just go, yeah, that's the same. So second, of course, Dev is in the middle of a snowstorm. How
Yep.
And are you ready for the third one, Dev?
Oh no.
An hour ago, my computer had a blue screen of death. So we'll see what
Oh,
happens.
fuck. The really, really sexy one?
Yes, the where now it does a little sad emoji face.
Oh
It's
no.
like, oh, that's fantastic. Especially since the error notice didn't quite clarify what was wrong, so we'll go ahead and see.
So, the computer that you are currently on
Yes,
doing this podcast is the one that gave you the blue screen of
yes,
death.
an hour ago. So if the show stops early, everyone, you can probably guess why. So
Everyone just go home.
so functionally, Dev is in a snowstorm. Me, computer question mark. Lost does not have internet, and AR went out the door. So
He
fantastic.
abandoned us.
Yeah. So no title cards this time, minus one or two near the end. So for those of you watching the video, good luck. Okay, so first let us go ahead and start with Seekers. Chapter 4-4. It finishes up the fight and we get the explanation, and are we
It's
surprised?
about what we expected.
Yeah, are we surprised that it fell down to, oh, all three prototype Digimon have exist now and they will do something.
Yeah, we're gonna hack the
Yeah.
planet.
Um so 4-4 is weird to me. Did it feel like the narration was trying to like stretch out this segment?
Yes,
It
and I'm not sure if I'm mixing it with 4445, but it actually switched like first person and third person just
well,
randomly.
a lot of people were commenting on stuff in 4-4 where certain things, like at one point it suggested that the Digi Police have battles outside the digital world, which doesn't quite make sense in the worldview that Seekers has so far. Um, and of course, of course, the weirdest part is AG and Lugumon are the best part of 4-4, but they aren't really in it much, even though So Lugumon was introduced last time.
Yeah, it's just like swinging around
Yeah.
his fancy sword thing.
Did he do that in
It's
this
pottery.
segment? I think he was already done.
I thought he just swung it and that was about it.
Maybe. I honestly don't remember. And then
They kind of blur together.
4-5 I felt was like the biggest mess we've seen from Seekers. Cuz a few segments ago it felt like stuff was getting better.
And then it
Yeah.
kind of
So my main
didn't.
issue with this one is, and you tell me if I'm wrong, have we seen enough of Satsuki for this dramatic turn to like mean anything to us?
Not really. She just comes like across as silly but determined in every other minor appearance. Then she's like, well, fuck you, I quit. I am doing crazy shit now with a slime."
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to figure out if I had just forgotten some development because these are stretched out so much you actually can forget development. So I was thinking, they're like, have we seen her enough for this to mean anything?
Anytime she's just been kind of like airheaded or just having strange arguments with AG, and then it's just like, oh, by the way, I stole a military prototype Digimon. I'm just pulling it out right now,
This
and
chapter was weird when it comes to introducing shit because Uh, so you have Chaosdramon continuing to wreck stuff up. Then Satsuki and Numamon fly in. Then Brigadramon shows up. Then Omegamon shows up. Then Kosuke pulls out two Digimon who are said to be as powerful at. Did they? I think they said Chaosdramon, or was it Brigadramon?
uh, as Chaos Dramon. But
Okay.
did they even specify what species it was other
No,
than their
no,
levels?
no, they didn't. They go, it's as powerful as this Digimon, and then like it does a little jump, and then it's Omegamon just busting him up with a sword, and that's it. It didn't name them. I don't know if that's a translation oddity or not. That was very jarring. The way I put it is
Like they
if
just stood there for like 5 seconds and then they just got meat shielded.
No, I think it was literally just he pulled out the two Digimon docks, which put and two Digimon as powerful as whoever popped out, and then like it had one of those little segment breaks, and then next it was like and Omegamon stabbed them in the face. I mean,
Seems
I
a
I
bit
mean
jarring.
I mean I love Omegamon as much as the next guy, but that's really fucking weird. It feels like the chapter very much wanted to be stylish, cool stuff, but not the stuff that was interesting. It just went boom, boom, boom.
Like we're raising the stakes. Oh no, it's like oh he pulled out two ultimate mega Digimon and oh everything's fine.
Well,
We're in the digital world
here's the
now.
weird thing. I think between you, me, and AR, we all thought they were raising the stakes when they didn't do any of this, and it was characters sitting down talking. It's like, okay, they're clarifying X, Y, and Z, and this is why they have to do it, and now we understand the stakes, even though we had guesstimated what they were going to be. So
And
it's
then it just feels kind of
jarring.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Seekers also got fan art update. It's weird. I only go in and check these like once a month now because the tweets are clearly automated because they go up when there's weeks when there's no art. So I just check like once a
Oh,
month and go, is there any new art? Yes. Okay, I will post.
it's not that great, but they're trying.
Yeah. And then can we talk about how good Dreamers is?
It's the only thing to look forward to.
So it's weird. So fun chapter. I really like how Felismon really did not expect the Bulkmon to just beat the shit out of him, and and I love how his reaction to this is just to take off running. We
I
get
mean,
go ahead.
good run too.
Yeah, we get some nice background stuff for Ritsu, and it actually does fit into some of the manga stuff that Yabano talked about in that streaming event they did, where we got the little overview of it. Towards the end, I got slightly frustrated though. Did it feel like he got a little bored and just started turning into V-Tamer? Because when they're like, "Oh no, he's flying," I'm like, "Oh, is Bulkmon going to evolve into a form we haven't, like a Pulsemon evolution we haven't seen?" Because I know he has some that can fly, but none come to mind as being in that Yabano style. And it's just no, he gets electric wings, and wow, this really looks like Zeramaru now.
Zero.
It's really cool, to be fair. It does feel a little bit too much V-Tamer for me, and I fucking love V-Tamer, but a little too much.
I love V Tamer too much.
Yeah. And then I will say this, the work he does with such a small page count monthly, he really makes everything count and it looks great. I just I need it to be slightly less of V-Tamer because we have Ritsu Yagami and Pulsemon the Zero Maru. I
Most Mario.
I'm very happy with it. It's just I don't want the climax to just turn into V-Tamer.
I don't know. That would be kind of fun.
It would be, but I don't want that. As much as I love V-Tamer, I don't want that. And then um, one thing we probably will do next week is we probably will go through all the new art we got this week and do quick title cards of those. Because, like for example, Tenya Abano put up New Year's artwork, which very nice stylized art of Pulsemon. And at the bottom was a teaser saying that in spring they will have a second published volume of Dreamers.
I am very hyped for that because
I'm
I
very
want
hyped.
to see whatever little extras come in it.
I'm very hyped for it, but it concerns me because it really feels like if they're doing volume 2 and that would be about 26, 27, could be done by May.
Damn.
Because if
Here's hoping for a third one.
we can hope, but it does feel like they're kind of jumping to a climax, don't you think?
Yeah, that. But I hope
I
to see more.
I
It,
would
it's
I
it's
would love to
better
be
than
wrong.
nothing.
I get the feeling Liberator is going to take up the this is the comic thing running. Uh, then
Why can't we have both?
I would like to believe we could. I just don't know if I expect it. And then, hey, discotheque update. Digimon the movie, Digimon the movies being worked on, approvals. Digimon is a very big franchise. There's a lot of hands that has to go through for approvals and sign-offs. And,
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
and then season 2 English should be hopefully out soon. Did you see the cover?
Yes, it's adorable.
Do you know where that's from?
The artwork specifically,
Yes.
or the
That is from the first Digimon DVD.
ooh,
So
huh,
yeah. Yeah, so very very nice little touch to have that on the cover. And then
very
so
delightful.
hopefully those will be out sooner rather than later. I want them both out.
Yes, I want to see the movie ones specifically.
Yeah.
Like hell yes, Zero Two, but also movies.
And then are you ready for the card turboish? Uh Ian, you might have
Card speed run.
missed there are no cards this time. Lost does not have internet. He was not able to get me the cards. So sorry. We will do
Oh well.
art specific ones. We will make sure get cards in the next episode, but there was just no me rushing to get cards together. So for the card game, Liberator Pack will be at the Bandai Card Game Fest in LA later this month. So that will probably be our first Liberator release. China got
Which is a bit surprising.
no, it's a neat touch. Also, how cute is that the China New Year's Gamamon card?
Zooming in on it. Oh god, it's adorable. He looks so happy.
And then the Chinese release of Exceed Apocalypse will have an extra parallel card of Weregrumon X from Booster 9. I'm
Woohoo.
curious to see where both these cards will show up because every card game ends up getting every version of every card. It's just a matter of where.
Eventually.
So it'll be interesting. So then a quick run through of the cards, and we'll probably have these on the rotating cards next time. So we're starting to get previews of EX06 Infernal Ascension. So Barbamon gets card. I think he was the last Demon Lord who didn't have one.
I could have sworn he had one already.
I thought he did, and then I started looking. I'm like, oh, I guess he doesn't. And then in card battle, they started with a bit of variety. So they went over their New Year's hopes. So stuff like one of them was like Miyonori was saying she hoped she got to play the card game with people who aren't from Japan. So at an international event. Someone else wanted to be on a bunch of variety shows that year. Then they mocked that technically speaking, there is an additional cast member of this show who has not technically left, and they just joke they don't remember who it is. And I love the silhouette, and you can tell it's him. And then they the fun little activity they did rather than doing a match since it was the beginning of the year was pitching ideas for Tamer Battle EX rule sets. We talked last about how great that Highlander rule set was. Are you ready for the themes
Yes.
they
Oh,
gave their ideas for? Are you ready?
I am tempted.
You can only do regular evolution. It was one of them. So you can't do any of the special ones. Um,
Okay.
the second one, I'm assuming the translation is actually the third one. Sorry. I put them in the wrong order. I think the translation is wrong, but it was called Baseball Fist. That
That
yeah,
makes no sense.
I know. Then the actual number 2 was level 4 and below construction decks only. Uh, 4 was security 10
Baby
card
fight.
game. Sorry, go ahead.
Baby fight.
Security 10 card game.
Okay.
And then here's where we start to get the ones where people got bored. Are you ready? If you lose, divorce.
That is the best
Yeah.
one.
And then here was one where I couldn't tell if the translation was off. Wait a minute, a cup. Then 5-turn match. And then the last one's interesting because he drew a sketch to explain what he meant. This is from the host of the show, Awai. he called it uh, sloped battle platform, and I'm sending you the image and in the chat the image so you can see the bottom right his sketch to explain his concept. The
So
concept.
like as
No,
they're
no.
playing,
The concept is literally just that the battle platform is not flat, therefore you couldn't play the game. The cards just fall off, and he drew a little sketch of cards falling off.
I thought it was like you're supposed to be on you're trying to play on a platform and everything is falling off as you're
Yes,
trying to climb,
yes. That
including
that
you.
that is the concept. And chat. We're talking
Okay.
about the bottom right part of that image. That's the list they made of the concepts they all came up with, and his sketch at the bottom right is just the cards falling off the place thing because it's at an angle.
Now I'm thinking Takeshi's Castle, but with cards.
And why looks like he'd enjoy hosting that type of show, don't you think? Especially when he's
Yes,
sitting there with
so
his
would I.
arms folded, being very serious.
He's going to enjoy watching you die.
Yeah. Then more previews. Luxmon. People really like this card. Very cute.
It's really cute.
And first card for Luxmon. Arkai Angemon feels very different than the Sprite art, don't you think?
Mm,
It felt kind of
I
boring from the
honestly forget
Sprite.
what this.
Sorry, what was that?
I had pretty much forgotten what the sprite looked like because it's just like okay, generic angel with
No,
some
and
armor.
it looks neat in the card game though. Uh, then of
A little
course,
more dynamic.
then of course we get the 20th himself, Zubamon,
I am the 20th.
and I like how you get the other legend arms just behind, just watching. Uh, then
Just like, what are they sitting on? Is it
then
like
we
a
get Luda.
upside down boat?
Now I think then we get Ludamon defending in what I think is paintball, and the other two are watching. I don't know why, but in every one of these images, Spadamon just has the best face.
Because he's a kitty.
Yeah. Lopmon gets an amazing card. Lopmon's shown up a lot lately in the card game, don't you think?
Because he deserves everything.
Then Antilamon. This is the most cartoony. This almost looks like it's meant to be like a Roadrunner cartoon or something.
Yeah, I see that vibe.
It's just really extra cartoony. It has all the like New Mexico style things that you'd almost expect in the desert in a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoon.
Also, I think that was kind of like the southern digital world in Tamers, where it's just kind of like standing on pillars ominously.
Yeah. Cherubimon gets an ace card of Virtue, and a lot of people seem to be debating if the actual like reference art for this was Vice or Virtue, because a lot of people are saying the proportions seem more like the slightly chunkier Virtue or Vice. I
The
think
only
it's just
comment I have
stylized,
is
honestly.
he thick.
Pico
That's all
Devimon.
I can say.
Pico Devimon, there's something weird about this card in that you can see the detailing, the depth, but it feels flat in a way that's weird and appealing. Like, especially around his mouth. Like, there's a weird, almost sort of like minimal flatness to it.
I think it's just because like the way the shading is sort of weird. It doesn't really kind of match up with
I
the
kind of like
rain.
it, though. It makes it look creepy.
It is, and there's like a whole bunch more
Yeah.
behind it.
And hey, Devimon, we've seen this art because this is the part of the key art for this one, but this looks so fucking good. Although it's weird, does the
Mm.
moon and the bat vibe almost feel more like Vamdemon?
It does. It also reminds me of that one Lady Devimon art, the
Oh,
one from the contest.
the one that was like where she was posed like Batman or Spawn from the contest.
Exactly that one.
Okay, yeah, that does. So good
It
art.
gives those vibes.
Yeah. And then earlier today, we got news of new sleeves. No announcement for Japan yet. These will be August in the US. So for Japan, it'll probably be April or May, probably. So we get Liberator Sleeve A starring Green Liberator Digimon. I like how how you can make out Shu.
Shu. It's
Uh,
just Shu.
yeah, then Sakuyamon line and Adventure Partner Digimon.
The adventure partners are cool. They're really cute. Good pose, but also I really fucking love the Sakuyamon one. Like,
That
goddamn.
that one is styled really fucking nice. Especially where you have Renamon up at the top and they do like a T pose, so it's like an overview type thing. It
Also,
work,
like, she's like launching her attack, and her attack is her evolutions.
yeah, it just works really well. And that is it for cards this time. We will have the images in the rotation next time at least. And then Figure Eye Standard Amplify Dukemon Special Coating. Pre-orders are up for a little bit longer. They swapped the pre-order in Japan to a second period, wave one, because they wouldn't be able to make shipment for people who are ordering now. And US pre-orders are still open for about 3 weeks. The weird thing is, it looks nice in the previews,
I still
but
can't tell the difference
no, and
between that and the
that's
other
the issue.
two.
Like, it looks nice, but also like they have not done enough work until this video showing them side by side. And even in the video, there's not a ton of them side by side. And this one feels so close. It's not like the War Greymon one, where just looking at it, anyone can tell the difference.
Yeah, because the first was like pretty flat, and it's like, oh, this is shiny. Yeah, it's like the original was shiny, but this is slightly differently shiny.
Yeah, it, when they announced this, they really should have done more image comparisons because from some of the comparisons, it actually does look significantly nicer. But you wouldn't notice because they have not done the work to show that. Here they do show stuff like the significantly different colored sticker labels. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but that's not always gonna be so much. You need to show like the the head. If you look at that, the shoulder piece, the gold and the red looks gorgeous. It looks like a candy red on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, arrest me, red.
Yeah, that looks fucking amazing. But they have not done the work to show it compared to the normal red on the other one. So it just doesn't stand out. So I think it's honestly looks good. I just can't imagine
It does,
enough
but like
people.
the point of the recolors is to, try and milk people who already bought it to buy it again. But I
No,
can't really see someone who
no,
already had it buying it again.
exactly. And if I think if you showed it off to people, I think this looks impressive. It just doesn't look impressive in the mind because when you look at it, you just go, I guess it's shinier.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they're re-releasing Look Up Gabumon and Patamon in June. They already announced
Which I'm hyped for.
they already announced they were re-releasing Agumon and Tailmon. They're doing that because they're doing the other four this year.
I'm so sad because I missed the Gabumon the first time around and I need him.
Yeah. Pre-orders are open at places now, Dev. So this is the time to run.
Yeah.
I will say I feel like the Gabumon one grows on me the more I see it. I never disliked it, but it feels like the more I see it, the more I'm like, those proportions are actually pretty solid for Gabumon.
I've always loved him.
Well, good luck getting him. And then
I will
poll
try so hard.
And then, are you ready for poll results, Dev? You'll never guess the results. Favorite Digimon event in 2023. Now, remember, these polls are small, generically only hardcore fans vote. Fans try to stack the deck, and still the beginning one. Ghost Game Finale was second. Um, those two feel like about what you'd expect. And weirdly, a lot of people on social media seem surprised that the anime would be so dominant. I would argue that 48% actually suggests they were less dominant and the decks were stacked in this one. I would have expected almost closer to 60 or 70. The
Mm,
big surprise was Dreamers moving to Digimon Web was third with 19%.
Yeah, it feels a little
That's a bit high, I'd say.
oh
I love Dreamers,
yeah.
but I'm sorry, 1 out of every 5 Digimon fans do not even know what Dreamers is. Then
Look,
four,
I love Dreamers. I'm glad more people love Dreamers, but that's kind of
it's not one out of
pushing it.
five. One out of
Yeah.
five Digimon fans are not voting that as the most notable thing. Uh, 4 was Digimon Seekers Begins, which was 13%. A little high. I do not see enough energy from people with Seekers to. I mean, like we said, though, it's a small vote. It makes sense in that context. Digimon Pendulum Color was 7%. Seems about right, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh, about 30 Digimon were added to the reference book, 7%. Maybe a
Mm,
bit high there, honestly. Um, the 25th anniversary LCD history art book thing was 5%, about right. The manga awards being 3%, I had kind of hoped that would be higher. I think both you and AR called that one was just going to be like near the bottom.
yeah, because it was just like
Yeah. Um,
not that major.
uh, Digifest being 3% for Digifest is more than I expect because remember, you can only vote for one thing. So you're voting for the thing you think is the biggest. And then 10th with 1% is the Super CSA. This is where it falls into the vein of you can only vote once. Because
Yeah.
anyone who would vote for the Super CSCA Digivices has something more important to vote for. A ghost game, the beginning. That's not the
Maybe they were
priority.
just really, really, really hyped for those D3s.
I'm looking forward to those. It's not my favorite thing that announced though. I really do look forward to what they announce next because it feels like it's going to be adventure or do V Tamer, do the fucking watch.
Please give me V-Tamer style, the Digimon figure set.
I only have one issue with that. You could just do a whole set of just Zeromaru, and the proportions would be perfect to when he dances.
Exactly.
Yes.
That
Uh,
is the precisely why I want it. That is exactly what I need it to look like. And then throw in Gabo and give him his frying pan.
that would be the perfect one, actually. Just Gobbo with the frying pan. Then we have new poll, which they're doing the who are your favorite Digimon added to the reference book in 2023. First, they're doing part one. Okay, so looking over the lineup here for part one, who do I think will win? Looking through these, I feel like there's two real choices. I think it's going to be either Regulusmon or Lugamon.
I was thinking Regulusmon or Amphimon.
People do like King Gainer. I think Amphimon will rank highly. I think people have really liked Lugamon though. Arguments about Seekers aside, I think people like that Digimon.
Makes sense. I mean, most of the fan art posted is of just Lugamon,
Just
regardless of what else has actually happened in Seekers.
yeah. So
It's like, here's just the puppy being cute.
okay, who do you think will be at the bottom?
Ooh.
I think it's going to be Hover Espimon or Quantumon.
I was gonna say Quantumon.
It's weird. Quantumon I can see being almost anywhere on the chart. It feels like it should be at the bottom though, don't you think?
Hmm. Not waifu enough to get like a vote stack.
See, I'm not sure about that because you will sometimes get vote stacks of people who just want to prove that like their fandom is big enough to do X, and they don't understand that's not really how it works. These polls don't matter.
Yeah, then it's probably Hover Estimon at the
I
bottom.
I
But
would
they're both going to
I
count.
would like to see a good showing from Cargo Dramon.
I feel middle of the pack because he didn't actually do that well on the last
Yeah.
poll that he was in, despite us expecting him to.
What's weird is shouldn't we expect Proximamon to be higher?
If he had actually shown the fuck up,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
like all he has is the um
A card and
this book,
the vital
reference
bracelet.
book.
What
Yeah,
was
it
the
doesn't
book?
really reference book.
Yeah. And as I remember, didn't we not really like his card art? Like it was too zoomed in or something?
It was very, very close. It just looked like very generic.
Yeah. So then there were previews of at the time, the new chapter of Dreamers, which was 23. We got New Year's art from China showing Tai Chi and Agumon mowing through New Year's gyoza. That is a great little image.
It's making me hungry.
And then we got January social art, which was featuring Bushi Agumon, Chibimon, and Jijimon running for the New Year's, and the pose and general style was based on the cover art slash some music video animation to the song "I Woke Up with a Palm Tree." And
I had never even seen that
okay,
beforehand.
Dev, when we're done, go listen to the song, and then you're gonna curse at me because you're going to put this on loop. Because holy shit, is it catchy as hell?
I just accept I'm gonna be hyper fixating on something and having it stuck in my skull for weeks.
Basically, yes. Then we got the Digimon Collectors Tamers Blu-ray box came out in Japan. The price and release. They did a preview of the packaging.
It's red.
It's basically the same style we've seen with the others. I want to say the red works well against the white, maybe a bit better than was Adventure Orange. I want to say was it orange?
Orange, like yellow orange.
Yeah, I just remember that one. We kind of went the it doesn't like it doesn't pop against the white well enough. This does.
Too minimal.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Then we got a preview of Chapter 24 of Dreamers, which Tenya Buno was drawing.
It's zero.
Yeah, that is like the most Zero Maru like pose for a punch possible. And then Naoki Yakamine, who did the official Atmon manga and still does Digimon art, put up draft versions. They're continuing their series of the kids with the crest, and they put up Flower of Innocence featuring Mimi and Fire of Love featuring Sora. Their art is always so
They're
good.
absolutely gorgeous.
I'm really looking forward to seeing these in color. Like these are just great. And before we go to questions, me and Dev are going to try something new. Maybe next time, maybe the time after. We talked about this on the show. So the one title card I was able to make in time. We are going to try watching the Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes. It is Tomihisa Taguchi's. It's a movie he made in between Last Evolution, Kizuna, and Ode to the Beginning. And we'll just spend a few minutes next time talking about it and seeing how does it change our feelings on his Digimon movies. Because did he do something special for Digimon, or is this just how his stuff is? Because it just came out on Blu-ray and streaming, and we'll just spend a couple minutes seeing how we feel about it after watching two of his Digimon movies. I knew it was coming out. I was looking forward to it. Dev, I don't think you knew about it until I mentioned it. Is that right?
Nope, did not even know it existed.
Yeah. So we're not going to spend a ton of time out. We're just going to see if it changes any of our feelings about his Digimon stuff. Because you never know when a director is doing something fresh and unique for X, or when it's just his stuff.
Yep.
It's sort
Is
of
it just gonna be Summer Wars? Our
it's
war
it,
game.
it's sort of like I really like Your Name. That's kind of like the vein Shinkai's stuff is in, and I don't necessarily like all of his other stuff as much. It just seems like not as good as Your Name. So we'll see what pops up here. And then on to questions. And since someone else has mentioned, as we mentioned, there was a technical issue for no title cards this week. They will be back next time. Okay, so for questions, you guys in chat can start throwing them up. The first one that was sent in before the show was, are there any upcoming Digimon products announced but not out yet you are looking forward to? I think Dev wants the Goblin. Although that's technically
I want
out.
the
That's
Gabumon.
that's technically out though.
Hmm.
I
Uh,
I think we had both had the D3s on pre-order, didn't we? Or did you not end up getting it?
I was broke as bitch and I didn't get it. I'm hoping to snag it secondhand at some point.
With how often Premium Bandai USA puts up excess stock, it wouldn't be shocking if it showed up again. Let's see.
I only want the one.
You wanted Ken's, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm going to a toy store to see what Digimon stuff is actually upcoming that I might not be remembering. Uh,
I kind of want the Vmon plush, but I
I think that's
is that
out.
out yet in
I,
Brain
th- I
Games?
yeah, that and the Ukumon one are out. I will say this: anytime anyone has asked, "Do you think they'll do a new plushie of X from Adventure this year?" I just go, "It's a 25th anniversary. You're gonna be sick of it soon enough."
Yeah, we're gonna get so many of the goddamn
Yeah.
God, my,
Um.
my brain died. Little that ones that look like little rolls. They look like little breads.
Oh, the Ochadamas.
Yes, yes, that. For some reason the word just slipped out of my brain.
I think because whenever you think of them, you think of the Disney Tsum Tsum branded ones.
Yes. Yep, that was exactly where my brain was going. It's like, wait, no, I know that's the wrong word.
Yeah. Um. God, this is so much. I'm looking forward to getting Volume 2 of Dreamers to see what extra crap they have. Let's see in the chat. Are there any uh, expectation or hope for Liberator from you? I think the hope is always that it will be interesting, regardless of what it is, or even regardless of if I like it or not. So I hope it's interesting. I don't think we really know enough about it to really judge at this point.
Yeah, we don't even know the exact format. Like, is it going to be full pages? Is it going to be more like just a strip or a four coma explaining the
Yeah, there's
card mechanics
yeah,
in a cute way? Who knows?
like it could be 15 pages a month. It could be a page a day. It could be a single frame a day. It could be full color, black and white. It could be who knows. Once we know more, and we'll know more in a few days because they're doing another one of those card game announcement things where Bandai goes through all their card games. So we'll see. So I think the art looks decent enough so far.
I like Shu.
I will enjoy Shu more when I know the name and I don't have to just call it Shu to explain what I'm talking about.
Regardless of what its name is, I will just continue to be calling it Shu.
The next question is someone was curious how many hours do we each think our overall entertainment backlog would take you to do? I assume for both me and here's the thing for both me and Dev, I assume what I'm going to say is true. We would be dead.
Yes.
Like it, like even the stuff we want to do, it's just not happening.
No.
So
We,
basically,
we, we both have jobs and other things to
yeah,
do. We sadly cannot binge thousands of hours of all the movies and anime and games
games
and
and yeah, it's like I, I, previews have looked amazing. I've heard nothing but good things about the new version of the Ultimate Spider-Man comic. The pages I've seen are amazing. I've not had the time to sit down and read one comic. The
look,
con
I collect Sonic the Hedgehog comics like every month since I was 6 fucking years old. They basically go directly into the sleeve and into the protective bin because I don't have time to actually read it.
Oh God, I hate doing
I
that.
want
I
to.
hate doing that like buying a stack of movies and like, okay, goes on the shelf. I do not have the time to deal with this right now. I will have the time someday. I just had to make sure that I had it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Ramon wants to know, do we agree with the boy in the heron winning the award over Suzume? Haven't had the time to see both. I will watch them on home video. Suzume is
I
coming
haven't had
soonish.
time to watch either.
Boy in the Heron. I expect Boy in the Heron. So many people disagreeing over it probably means it's probably deserves it because it means people probably have to figure it out on their own. But I will watch both. Um, yeah, it's a case of generally the case with any award is you think it does not matter unless the thing you want to win wins, and then it matters at that moment.
Just
So
put them all in a pit fight.
yeah, so yeah, let's see. And Random points out that they can't describe it, but they think Shu is cute in a certain way. I think everyone finds Shu reasonably cute. Then someone wants to know, when do you think we'll get an English-friendly disc of the new O2 movie? End of summer or fall? I gather someone's. I gather someone in the last week or so said they expect in the next 2 or 3 months because multiple people popped up going, "It will be out soon, right?" I don't know who said it. Someone clearly said something because multiple people popped up thinking, "Oh, it might show up really quick." And unless Toei is going to get a lot of money, I wouldn't expect that. Okay. Last chance for questions in chat. So I want to know, GDQ has been mentioned on the show before. Are there any GDQ runs you are looking forward to?
Really want to see the
I'm pulling up the schedule.
shovel one.
Okay, wait. Well, let's see what's popped up already. Donkey Kong Country I watched was fun. F-Zero I watched was fun. I watched, they did what, Goemon 2, which would have been Mystical Ninja 2 if it had come to us. That was interesting. I was half asleep when they did that Crunchyroll game Jaime's Quest.
Hmm.
It looked like a weirdly good like take on Link's Awakening. Uh,
Ooh, Marble Madness too.
Mega Man 8 was good. Sonic Adventure 2, I was watching, but I was doing last minute podcast prep to make sure me and Dev had notes and everything. Nothing else for the rest of the day today. Let's see what's coming up. I am not going to be awake at 7 a.m. for Legend of Zelda tomorrow.
Ooh,
Oh,
brutal.
now I feel bad. At 5:30 in the morning tomorrow is Mr. Gimmick. I love Mr. Gimmick.
I've never seen that one.
You would see it and you would, one, freak out at how cute it is, and two, you would freak out that the NES had a physics platformer. He looks like a green Kirby,
Oh my god.
but the game has like actual physics and weird shit that you have to do. Uh, then let's see. Mario Kart Wii at 11 a.m. might be fun. Mario Kart Wii is my least favorite Mario Kart, though, is my only issue there. Um, Resident Evil 2 Remake tomorrow night looks solid to me. I'm not waking up at 4 in the morning for Ninja Turtle Arcade. I've spent enough of my life with Ninja Turtle Arcade that I can catch the recording of that after.
I
Let's.
usually don't catch most of it live in
I
general, just because.
So for me, it's based on if I actively have work, I will catch the ones that I consider, oh, this is probably really worth watching immediately while and you know, watch others later. So I based on where I am with work, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on Wednesday. I love that game so much. Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 always good. The Taskbot. Taskbot is if you've never watched GDQ before, Taskbot is always worth watching, and that's at 6:30 on Wednesday. Um, Doom is strange. I don't want to watch it, but I kind of want to because I believe the last time I watched them running Doom, they had modded the end screen to actually mention an anime I worked on. Since I do the social media, I was able to put something together to post about that immediately.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that was neat. So I don't know if I want to do a 2.5 hour thing on the off chance they reference something, though.
Oh, there's doing a Baldur's Gate 3 one.
Sneak King. Do you know what Sneak King is, Dev?
No,
Do you remember when Burger King tried doing some promotional video games years ago?
barely.
This is where you play as their king mascot character, sneaking up behind people to give them burgers. Like, imagine Metal Gear Solid. You're trying to dodge people seeing you to sneak up to them, but instead of murdering them, you give them food.
That sounds more like a shit post than
No,
an
no,
actual video
no.
game.
That's what it was. Um, okay, so you're gonna try to catch treasure trove. You said.
Yes, I fucking love Shovel Knight.
I need to remember to catch even on video Skater Gator. Because I remember seeing the game, I was like, okay, it's on sale, I'm gonna buy it, and now I don't remember what it is.
I also really want the Treasure Trove t-shirt whenever they decide which version is the winning one.
Oh, neat. I'll have to ask you for picture of that. I don't think I've seen that actually. Uh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, the Yeti just uploaded their
Oh, they just put up that poll. Okay, I will check that shortly. And then let's see. We're almost at the end up. Mario Maker 2, I'm going to watch for sure. It's just a half-hour glitch showcase. Scrolling through. As we get
if
to
I
the
can I'll catch this Premiere Sunshine. It's just
yeah.
enjoyable.
Mario Wonder and Resident Evil 4, and then we Majora's Mask, and then we hit the last day. What will I actually be awake for on the last day? Um, Not waking up at 5:30 for Sonic. Hope I'm awake for
Gotta
Mario
go
Kart
check.
6. Hope I'm awake for Mario Kart 64 and Mario Lost Levels. I love Lost Levels runs, and this is a race because for anyone who has not played the Japanese version of Mario 2, the game's fucking mean.
It's sadistic.
Yeah. Um, I would like to see the later in the day the 1 hour speed run of Lost Judgment. That game is packed. I have not seen any speed runs of that. I believe it's just the DLC, but great game. Tears of the Kingdom, a 1 hour speed run of. I want to see. Then after that, Dev. It's a bonus game. People have to donate for Baldur's Gate.
It's gonna fucking get there.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And the last one is Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Oh, and you just linked me that T-shirt thing. Let me pop that up. See what we think. Uh, the
It's
vote.
close to the bottom, like it's all black and
Okay,
looks like
bottom.
a metal t-shirt.
I weirdly do not see it at all.
The no quarter one.
Oh, there was a vote for that. I thought that was there the other day.
Oh, whichever one wins, that's the design that gets
Oh, it's
put
which way?
on the
It's which way is
t-shirt.
up and which way is down.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like weird. I thought I saw this, and yes, I did not notice it had the um where they could flip the art for the and keep the text. And see, I would have done it where the logo worked either way, and you just decide which one's right side up.
By hanging upside down
Yeah.
while
Okay.
wearing
And
it.
which one of these do you prefer?
I don't know, they're both my favorites.
Is there a way to vote for both? I
Then it
t-
would just be sideways.
I take true. But yeah, there's some good stuff. I think for people who are tuning in for the first time, you probably want to just find a game you're familiar with and enjoy. I feel like I've completely missed where Awful Block is this time. Does it feel like the blocks are less defined than they have been in the past?
Really paid that much attention to the blocking to begin with. Usually just like if I'm available, I'll just
Yeah.
pop in and
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
I'm always working.
I believe that was it for questions. But yes, I heavily recommend you check out Mr. Gimmick. You will love it. Um,
I will look up the thing after I devour food.
yeah, we will definitely have title cards next time. Weather and bad internet makes fools of us all. Dev, what Wikimar article do you like people to read? Is there an article?
Zubamon,
Is there
because
an
he is the
article?
20th.
Sorry, say that again. I just thought of something I need to check.
Zubamon, because he is the 20th.
He certainly is. I am searching for Liberator on Wikimon to see how is Shu listed. I know someone had to have put up Shu already. It's just a matter of how they're there without a name. We have multiple
Yeah, I'm not sure because I haven't even looked in like a
we have
month.
multiple pieces of art of this character. There's no way that someone did not rush to put up Shu. Uh, let me see here. Shu. Yeah, I actually cannot find how that is up. Okay, not gonna spend too much time on it, but yeah, it's there somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. So, Dev, we're still seeing if
When?
we're gonna find a third co-host or if it'll just be you or me. I joked with Milo earlier that we would kidnap her and make her do it.
Why not?
So we will
That way I can
see.
go back to disassociating through half of the podcast.
So we will catch you guys next time. Thank you, Owen, for showing up. And watch watch the movie if you want, and you'll know what we're talking about when we do it. So we will catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.